Then he puts a piece of burning charcoal against the shell. With a slight sound of poof, the shell would crack into leaving a fissure like the English letter T. The oracle will then be read by a shaman according to the couture of the crack and be reported to the king.
结果怎么样？
大吉大利。
大吉大利 ，auspicious. Lucky I don't read it. Hope it's all true. They all say that actually. 这个方向就是说。
The right question is as important as the result. Today, what makes oracle bone valuable are these scripts, representing the root of Chinese writing system.
We're literally still walking through the corridor of Chinese writing system, from the past to the present. They're still making it. Chinese character is the only living writing system that still used the same principle, like 3,300 years ago as recorded. There's two basic principles to be used in Chinese character, pictographic and ideographic. The principle is quite easy. Let me teach you one character, like us, human, people, as 人, 2 strokes. That look at the origin. It's actually just a symbol and picture of a profile of human body. And what does ideographic means? That means the graphic and symbol conveys an idea. Look at this character, old, 老. That means a person turned crook-backed and needs a little bit of support and help. That means old.
Cangjie is the legendary figure in China who's said to be the person who invented the earliest Chinese writing. The story goes he got inspiration by observing the climate, the physical shapes and forms of objects, the shapes and trees, shadows, and marks left by animals and birds on the ground. He then decided to inscribe these picture markings on wood, and this became the pictographic. Of course, a comprehensive writing system can only be a product of involvement of the mass. But Cangjie is still the first name to be mentioned in the first Chinese lesson.
Most foreigners think Chinese characters too difficult to learn. It's almost get intimidated. But if you think about it, Chinese character for me, I think it's the most natural way of writing, pictographic. Look at this. All this inscription found in oracle bones, they look exactly like the chariot we have seen. Wheels, yoke. Of course, the evolution of writing system means a process of simplification. Today, that's how vehicle look like in Chinese. Still bear the trace of the original form, wheels and yoke. 车, vehicle. It's believed that China is one of the first countries that invented and used a wheel and vehicle like this, chariot. And it's believed that in Shang dynasty, the dynasty prior to Shang, there's already a post in charge of vehicle and traffic in the government. But between the myth and history, there's only one division line, evidence. This is the first found chariot in Shang capital. As you can see, it's 2-horse-driven chariot. Later on, in later Shang dynasty, they started using 4-horse-driven chariot, literally for more horsepower. It's not every day you get to sit on a 3,300 years old chariot. Even it's quite a shabby, modern duplica. I'm sitting on the driver's position. On my left, in Chinese tradition, left side is supposed to be an honorable position. The master is supposed to be set. Here, somebody assisted me. And even this is not a very comfortable ride, but the ancient Shang people already created something very smart. Look at this. They use animal skin to wrap the wheel. So it serves as a function almost like a tire. Ooh la la, enough.
Fu Hao was not only known as a wife of the Shang king, she was also involved in two aspects of royal life that were normally not open to women, as a military leader and a shaman.
Fu Hao must be one of the most favorite consort of Wu Jing king. That's why he decided to bury her right in a palace area instead of the mausoleum far away, so he can see her even after death. But maybe that's also the reason that, lucky enough, this tomb is only tomb we found unlooted.
Fu Hao's tomb has yielded over 100 weapons. This is very unusual for a woman's tomb and shows her status as a great military leader. The oracle bone recorded that once she led nearly 13,000 men into attack. That was the largest army that Shang dynasty ever sent out. The Shang burial custom, at least for aristocrats, is similar as Egyptians. Whatever you have possessed and enjoyed, you bring them down with you. Things you have used, cooking vessel, wine glasses, and even people who have served you. One thing I found particularly cool about the Shang burial custom is that they actually think newborn baby body can protect the tomb and keeps evil spirits away. These are the small coffins that hold the newborn baby.
Diamond may be girls' best friend elsewhere, but jade has always enjoyed the same status in China. Jade not only is a symbol of luxury and wealth since ancient time, it also represents a quality of refinement and purity. Tell you a little secret, my name Anyang means bright jade. Hopefully represent the same quality. Nice. China's first ever general, Fu Hao, may have owned her own estate, led a great military campaign, but still, she's a woman. Look at the stuff she used before. I guess it's a hairpin. Even I use it today, wouldn't be too out of date.
Lady Fu Hao lived in a period when Shang power reached its zenith. Shang was overthrown by Zhou tribe around 1000 BC. The last emperor of Shang dynasty, who was recorded a brutal and merciless ruler, imprisoned one respected man, Zhou Wenwang, here in Youli, first ever national prison in Chinese recorded history. Zhou Wenwang, father of the founding emperor of Zhou dynasty, was worshipped as a wise and merciful king, also an intelligent scholar who played a key role in developing the now world-famous book, I-Ching, Book of Changes. The story goes that 82 years old Zhou Wenwang survived 7 difficult prison years here and apparently wasted no time. He further developed the previous 8 hexagram system of divination into 64 and wrote detailed explanations and side notes for followers' reference. Today, thousands of I-Ching enthusiasts flock in Youli every September for the World I-Ching Forum. The opening ceremony is always started with a sacrificial ceremony commemorating this legendary man.
先画一个太极图吧，这是
阳中有阴点。
阴中有阳。
The great ultimate diagram shows the opposites follow into each other. The 2 elements, yin yao, marked as broken line, and yang yao, unbroken line, are the starting point. By grouping the lines into sets of 3, the trigram, and 6 hexagrams, you can calculate the infinity of the universe. Throughout the I-Ching, there's one underlining teaching. Things are interchangeable. Something that looks like a stroke of luck might bring bad outcome, while something seemingly ill-fated turn of life might be the beginning of another uphill ride. Indeed, the vicissitudes of life is never predictable or ever stay on one course.
The fundamental principle of Chinese philosophy and living practice is turning to nature for guidance. Book of Changes, I-Ching, is the first ever book trying to decode the secret of the universe and the changes. But thanks to Confucius, later generation understood this book not only as for prophecy, but also as a guidebook for philosophy and self-cultivation. But story about that saint, Confucius, you have to wait until next episode, my fellow travelers trip in Qufu. You've been watching Travelogue History Special, first ever episode. I'm Yan Ling, and see you next time in some other dynasties. Bye-bye.
In the next episode, we get a glimpse at the spring and autumn period by examining Confucianism at Confucius' hometown of Qufu.